What's the funniest thing you've ever seen happen at school? In my sophomore year, our chemistry teacher was this really serious guy who never smiled and always wore the same brown suit every single day. He had this reputation for being completely humorless and would give detention for literally anything. One day, he was demonstrating some kind of reaction that was supposed to create a small puff of smoke. Nothing fancy, just basic chemistry stuff. He set up all his equipment at the front of the class, talking in his usual monotone voice about chemical bonds or whatever. We were all half asleep because it was right after lunch, and his voice was like a human sleeping pill. He mixed the first two chemicals together and got the little smoke puff as expected. Then he decided to make it more educational by doubling the amounts to show us how reactions scale up. That's when everything went sideways. Instead of a small puff, this massive cloud of bright purple smoke exploded from the beaker and filled the entire front half of the classroom. Our teacher completely disappeared behind this wall of purple fog. We could hear him coughing and stumbling around, but couldn't see anything. When the smoke finally started to clear, we saw him standing there completely covered in purple powder from head to toe. His brown suit was now bright purple. His hair was purple. Even his glasses were tinted purple. He looked like he'd been attacked by Grimace. But here's the best part. He just stood there for a moment, looked down at himself, then looked at us with this perfectly serious expression and said, "As you can see, doubling reactants doesn't always double results proportionally," like nothing had happened. He continued the lesson for another 20 minutes, still bright purple and completely straight-faced. The fire alarm went off halfway through because the smoke had reached the hallway sensors, so we all had to evacuate. Our teacher walked out with the rest of us, still purple, still acting like everything was completely normal. Students from other classes were pointing and laughing, but he just kept walking with his head held high. He came to school the next day back in his regular brown suit like nothing had ever happened, and none of us ever mentioned it again.